Hello ladies and gents, Tim from Magic Madhouse here, and it's release day for Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Souls, so you know what that means. It's another box opening video. I'm going to take you through each and every card that we open in this box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Souls. 24 packs, 9 cards per pack, and we're going to see each and every one of them as we unite your decks under Zephyr banner. Let's see what we got in here. Lots of new cards in this set. I've been having a little bit of a look at the card list for it, and there's definitely a few that I'm kind of hoping that we get a chance to see in here, but each of these packs are random. They've all got one rare in of some description or another, so hopefully we'll get to open a few of the good ones. I'll get to talk to you a little bit about them. Here we go, what have we got? So we got Abyss Stingray, Half Unbreak, Super Heavy Samurai Soulbuster Gauntlet, Fiend Griefing, Frightfur Fusion. There's our rare, that's an Infernoid Deviati. Performal Pinch Helper, Deskbot 004 and Doomdog Octhros. 24 packs in here. We're going to go through all of them. I'm going to keep a little pile over here on the side of the rares so you get a bit of a feel for how you're going to do out of one of these boxes. We have got loads of these in stock, so if you do want to get boxes from us or indeed individual singles, you can do at magicmadhouse.co.uk. Pack number 2 here. Performer Pal Lizard Raw, a Super Heavy Samurai Giga Gloves, State of Anguish Pattern. Oh, sorry, Statue of Anguish Pattern, Edge Imp Chain. There's a Frightfur Shimmerer, Shadow Zephrang Naga, Zephyr Path, Doomdog Octhros, and Chosen of Zephyr. So we're already starting to see a few little references to Zephyr there. Zephyr, of course, also mentioned right there about the Zephyr banner on the front of the box. I think we're beginning to see a bit of a theme here. I must admit, one of the themes that I've seen in terms of the cards that I really like is how good they are for sort of controlling the Yu-Gi-Oh! Board. Hopefully we'll see some of them in a bit. Frightfur Factory here, a UA Rival Rebounder. Super Heavy Samurai Big Waraji, Performer Pal Spring Goose. A Raid Raptor Revolution Falcon there. Zephyr Saver Swordmaster of the Necros, another Pendulum monster there. Pendulum 1, so potentially good for right on one side of your pendulum swings. Performer Pal Thunder Rhino. Performer Pal Pinch Helper, and then a Cybernetic Fusion support there. What have we got up next? Each pack a whole new set of surprises. Fluffle Sheep here, Soprano the Melodious Songstress. Half Unbreak. Stellar Knight Zephraxiton, Pendulum 7. We're already getting a nice little pendulum thing going on here. Xiaofeng Phantom of the Yangzing. Nice little bit of foiling on that one. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. Looking pretty strong there for our Synchro Monster there. Anytime you see this number of stars up here, probably a fair sign it's going to do quite a lot of damage. Deskbot 004, Zephyr Path, Shadow Zephyr Core, and a Ritual Beast Tamer Zephrampilica. These Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets, they do like to challenge my ability to read strange words out loud, and hopefully I'm still up to the task. Open another pack for you here. Rattling on through with these. Fluffle Sheep, the Fluffle's always quite popular in the office. Fiend Griefing, Raid Raptor Mimicry Lanahis, UA Dreadnought Dunker, Baba Malabranche of the Burning Abyss. A few Burning Abyss cards in here. Now this is one of the cards I wanted to talk about. Lose one turn. Very, very straightforward title. Very, very powerful card. You can activate it only if you currently control no special summoned monsters. During the turn a monster is special summoned, negate its effects. If an effect monster is special summoned in attack position, change its defense position. Now, as I'm sure you're well aware, there's lots of very, very powerful effect monsters out there, many of which can only really be special summoned, and many of which their effect only really happens the turn they come into play. So lose one turn, it's just going to sit there. It's got the little infinity symbol there. It's just going to hang around, generally meaning that some decks just, well, can't do the things that they want to do. Super duper powerful card. Very happy to open one of them. Ritual Beast Tamer Zemfrapilica there. Infernoid Siet and Magma Dragon. Doing well. Yeah, a bit of a theme for this set, at least in terms of the cards that I like. Maybe this says more about me than it does about the set. There's quite a few cards in here that are very, very good at messing with your opponent's plans and controlling what they're trying to do. Super Heavy Samurai Big Raji, Performer Pal Bowhopper, Diceversity, Fiend Griefing, Baba Malabranche of the Burning Abyss, a Magma Dragon there, Doomdog Octhros, Dizzying Winds of Yosen Village, and then another Cybernetic Fusion support. Yeah, I must admit there's probably one card I'm hoping to open more than any other in here so I get a chance to properly talk to you about it. That one being Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Hopefully we'll get there. Super Heavy Samurai Soulbuster Gauntlet, a Statue of Anguish pattern there, Performer Pal Bowhopper, Fluffle Sheep. Here's a Raid Raptor Blaze Falcon in our rare slot there, an XYZ monster, Doom Dog Octhros, Zefraxa Flame Beast of the Necros. So we've got Pendulum and Necros going on with this one, so if you like either of those, it's going to work out alright. Dizzying Winds of the Ocean Village and Shadol Zefranaga. Let's keep on powering through here. Up next, Performer Pal Recasting, Statue of the Anguish pattern, UA Rival Rebounder, Half Unbreak. Here's a Performer Pal Elephama. Elephant with a hammer, of course, makes sense. And then, alright, here we go. Zefraxi, Treasure of the Yangzing. Another big Pendulum monster here. Pendulum at 1, does all sorts of things. And only 3 stars on there, so potentially not a bad open there. Yasenju Kodama, Primitive Butterfly, and Performer Pal Pinch Helper. 24 packs in each one of these boxes, 9 cards in each pack. If you see things you like that you want to buy, do get your orders in. We are going to be selling lots of these, well, all of these cards are being sold as singles. We also have sealed boxes, sealed packs as you need, magicmadhouse.co.uk. Edge Imp Frightfuloid here, along with Super Heavy Samurai Soulbuster Gauntlet, Frightfur Factory, Yosen Whirlwind. Here's a Raid Raptor Blaze Falcon, for those of you looking to do your winged beasts, probably something you want to think about. Magma Dragon, Designer Frightfur, Inferno Tiet, I'm going to go with Tiet, and Dizzying Winds of Yosen Village. Oh, you can see that I'm getting into the groove here in terms of opening packs nice and quick. Performer Pal Recasting, Abyss Sungray, Super Heavy Samurai Giga Gloves, Moon Mirror Shield in our rare slot there, and, whoop, not too shabby, Avoid Vanishment is our spell card here. Look at, actually, let's see if we can get that a little bit closer so you can just see the artwork on this one. It's absolutely beautiful, very, very detailed indeed, and looking great in foil there. A Fluffle Crane, so you can pick out the right Fluffles that you need. Cybernetic Fusion Support, Performer Pal Pinch Helper, and another Deskbot 004. I'm going to go with 004 for these now. They're not quite 007, but you know what? They're better than 003. Performer Pal Spring Boost, UA Rival Rebounder, Fluffle Sheep, Edge Imp Frightfuloid. Here's a Suture Rebirth, so another one for your Fluffle decks if you're looking though. It gets you to get special summon Fluffles or Frightfur monsters from your graveyard, though admittedly their effects are negated. Just the once per turn for that. Zephyrpath, a Ritual Beast Tamer Zemphrampilica, my favourite card to pronounce in the whole set, Primitive Butterfly, and a Cybernetic Fusion Support. Whew. We're getting there. I think we're about halfway through now. Let's see how we're doing for the second half. Super Heavy Samurai Big Waraji, Raid Raptor Sharp Lanius, Edge Imp Frightfuloid, Abyss Stingray, and here's a Zephyranus Secret of the Yangzing, along with Zefraxa Flame Beast of the Necros. So plenty going on in terms of Pendulum monsters there, albeit both 7s, so not necessarily perfectly ideal. Designer Frightfur, UA Signing Deal, and a UA Penalty Box. So if you're building a UA deck, also not doing too shabby just from that one booster. Next up, we have another Super Heavy Samurai Soulbuster Gauntlet, a Fiend Griefing. Great artwork on that one there. Edge Imp Chain, Performer Pal Spring Goose, and here's another Frightfur Chimera, along with Shadol Zephracor there. So not a bad one. There's some pretty nice Shadols actually in this set. Magma Dragon, Zephyrpath, and Chosen of Zephyr, the little Zephyr 1-2 punch just at the end of that booster. Let's keep on trucking. And lo and behold, we have Performer Pal Recasting, Edge Imp Saw, Raid Raptor Mimicry Lanius, Super Heavy Samurai Giga Gloves. Here's a Junk Anchor, so a tuna monster there that we know there's a few good tuna cards in this set. And then we've got Monster Reborn. It's not quite Monster Reborn, though if you choose to pronounce it that way, I wouldn't fault you for it. If your opponent special summoned a monster this turn, you can activate this card by targeting one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your side of the field in defense position. When this card leaves the field, banish that monster. So it's kind of a Monster Reborn for your opponent's graveyard. So potentially a little bit of a tricky one to deploy properly, but we know how many powerful monsters there are in Yu-Gi-Oh! Getting back one of your opponents, certainly none too shabby. I can imagine myself playing that one a little bit potentially. Fluffle Crane, a UA Penalty Box, and Performer Pal Pinch Helper. What have we got now? UA Dreadnought Dunker, plenty of UA cards in this set. Frightfur Factory, Edge Imp Frightfur Lloyd, Performer Pal Lizard Draw, and this is a Ritual Beast Tamer Zephyr Wendy, riding the pink dolphin with wings. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you? Performer Pal Thunder Rhino there, Infernoid Siet, Despot 004, and Zephyr Saber, Swordmaster of the Necros. Those Necros, they get around a little bit and they're back in this set. Next up we've got Raid Raptor Sharp Lanius, a UA Dreadnought Dunker, Performer Pal Recasting, Half Unbreak, here's a Suture Rebirth, another one of them, Designer Frightfur, Yusenju Kadam, Pendulum Rising, and another Fluffle Crane there. Let's see what else we got going for us in this pack. It's a Yosun Whirlwind, a Performer Pal Bowhopper, Soprano the Melodious Songstress, Edge Imp Saw, a Melodious Illusion here, so that gets you to target a Melodious monster you control this turn. That face-up monster you control is unaffected by your opponent's spell or trap cards and can make a second attack in each battle phase, so shortening the clock on your opponent quite a bit there if you've already got a good bit of Melodious action going on. Zefraxa Flame Beast of the Necros, some Putrid Pudding Body Buddies. They look like fun. UA Signing Deal and a Pendulum Rising. Pudding Body Buddies. And why not? Super Heavy Samurai Soulbuster Gauntlet. Super Heavy Samurai Giga Gloves. Soprano the Melodious Songstress. Here's some Sea Dragoons of Draconia. Makes sense. Dragoons from Draconia. And a Frightful Sheep. Combining your Fluffle monsters with an Edge Imp chain to make a pretty scary looking Frankenstein's monster of a Frightfur Sheep there. Then we got Zephyr Saver, Swordmaster of the Necros, Primitive Butterfly, Perform Pal Thunder Rhino, and a Fluffle Crane there. Next up, we're getting through these. I'm going to kind of power through these fairly quickly at this point, unless we get to a really exciting rare. UA Rival Rebounder, Yosun Whirlwind, Super Heavy Samurai Bigaraji, a Frightfur Factory, and another Melodious Illusion there. We've spoken about that one. Dizzying Winds of the Yosun Village, a Ritual Beast Tamer Zemphra Pilica, Performer Pal Pinch Helper, and a Phantom Griffin there, a normal monster, but a normal monster with 2,000 attack, so potentially one that might fit in well in someone's deck. And there's a Winged Beast. If you're already doing that sort of thing, you may actually find that that one's going to be pretty solid. You know, if you're playing a lose one turn deck, you know, your Phantom Griffin, it's still going to beat people up quite happily. Edge Imp Chain there, Raid Raptor Sharp Lanius, Half Unbreak. Here's an Edge Imp Tomahawk, so obviously fine for your Edge Imp deck, but another one of our power cards from the set, Jar of Avarice. Bit of a long and storied history of pots and jars in Yu-Gi-Oh! Being pretty powerful. This one, no exception. Target 5 cards in your graveyard except Jar of Avarice. Shuffle all 5 into the deck, then draw a card. You can only do this Jar of Avarice once per turn, but if anything, that's probably a sign that it's a very powerful card indeed. Getting back your most powerful cards from the graveyard, shuffling them in, drawing you cards, thinning your deck. Jar of Avarice doing lots of great stuff. And this one, I'll just even get some of the foiling there on camera for you. It's looking pretty nifty. Very happy with that one. Shadow Zephranaga, UA Penalty Box, Yusenju Kadam, and a Performer Pal Thunder Rhino. Jar of Avarice is definitely one of the cards that I was hoping to open from this box, so I'm pretty happy with how this one's going. Performer Pal Lizard Draw there, along with the Performer Pal Bowhopper, an Abyss Stingray, Void Purification, and another Frightfur, like cute and scary monster mashup, Frightfur Leo there, along with Despot 004, UA Signing Deal, Primitive Butterfly, and this one, a Shadow Zephracor. Just the 3 packs left, and there's plenty of great cards still to open. Obviously, each of these boxes will be different, so just because I've opened these doesn't mean that you will, but certainly lots of good cards to be opened in this set regardless. Statue of Anguish Pattern, a Raid Raptor Mimicry Lanius, Edge Imp Saw there, Half Unbreak, Frightfur Fusion there, so if you're going for the Frightfur option, this one a pretty good choice. Doomdog Octopus, Shadow Zephracor, Designer Frightfur, and Primitive Butterfly. Just 2 left. Will we get to the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit? I kind of hope so. This is one I want to show to you guys. I know that you like watching these videos. I love making them for you. We got a Yosun Whirlwind here, Soprano the Melodious Songstress, Fiend Griefing, Edge Imp Saw. Here's a Performer Pal Elefama, Yusenju Kadam, Magma Dragon, Infernoid Siet, and Pendulum Rising. Just 1 pack left, guys. Is it going to be a good one? I really hope so. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to be very careful not to sort of spread these out so you get to get a sneak peek before you're allowed. A UA Dreadnought Dunker here, Super Heavy Samurai Giga Gloves, Harmonic Oscillation, Performer Pal Lizard Draw. And here's Schuberta the Melodious Maestra. So a pretty solid Melodious monster though not necessarily the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit I was perhaps hoping for. Chosen as Zephyra, Yusendru Kadam, Pendulum Rising, and finally, this one's a Dizzying Winds of Yosen Village. That is our box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cross Souls. There's the box for you. If you do want to order this or any other Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that you may need for your decks, either for playing at home or in tournaments, do get on magicmadhouse.co.uk. We've got plenty of stock. We would love to be able to make your deck just that little bit more powerful. But for now, take care.